Welcome in to the weekly update for week number 6 in the post-reset world, where all the scrubs are getting... Actually, all the scrubs are retiring because after going years and years of going 114 against potatoes, they go 2-3, and then they bail because they're like, I can't handle the pressure, man. I can't handle the pressure, man. I can't handle it. Welcome in, everybody, to the weekly update. My name is Glanzer. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to share it to your team so that they know what you're talking about when you're talking about the deck and all sorts of shit. This week, we don't have a lot going on compared to last week when there was 1,000 legends to be had. And there's not a whole lot in the update either, but we'll go through the typical update. We'll go through the games. Oh, that's one thing I forgot to pull up was the games. We'll go through the games from last week. My games, that is. That'll probably take a while because there's quite a few of them. We had a draw in there. Oh, and actually I forgot to do one, so there's one less than there should be, because I just forgot to click record. I think I literally, because I was looking at it and I was like, wait a second, I had a draw on that account. I should have 4 videos for that account, but I only have 3, or I have 2 wins and then the draw. I just forgot to click record, I guess. All right, where are we going? Hold on, I'm pulling up the deck. Or I'm pulling up the games here because we're gonna. Or actually, let's look at last week first. So just like usual, Illuminati free-to-play chefs up at the top, and as per usual. Well, I mean not per usual. Illuminati and free-to-play is usually a little bit closer. Is that fucking? Okay, never mind. But we had a couple 46s this week, but. Chef's Elite is always a little bit behind us about like that. Those 2 there, I think, are silver teams. I got to figure out a way to like get those silver teams out of this. Or I mean, they could be gold. No, they can't be gold teams running a 103. No way. But then Tidal Wave, Szechuan Sauce, Mercs, and Black Lotus up there with the. I mean, that's crazy that the top 10 is like that's a loss per. That's a loss per player. Right, 97. Anything below 99, anything below 100 average means pretty much 1 loss per player. So more than 50 losses total. Brutal. Well, I guess for them it's different because there's only 46. But Szechuan Sauce though only running 46. Interestingly enough, like I don't understand. Well, I guess I do. I guess it makes sense. Like for free to play whales, it makes no sense to go 48 because when you run 48, anywhere from 49 to 41. You get 15 less points if you get first place. So if you get first place, you get whatever points, but you get less now. Maybe it's not 15 anymore. It might be different, but you get less now than you used to. But you get less points from placement, right? So I think you still probably get the minus 15, but then you get less crowns from placement. So when we're in, if we get second place every week, we're only losing 10 points to the maximum points that we could get, minus whatever our score would be. So that's max score minus 10. And Illuminati would get the max score because they get first place. We get max score minus 10, and then third place gets max score minus 20. Is third place minus 20? But in gold, in first place, if you are running 48, you'll get immediately you get minus 15, and then you're already going to be running 2 people less, so that's 100 less points that you could get from them, even if they go 115 or 114. So that's 2 points there you're missing. So that's 17 points. So every week if they get first and we get second, they're gonna lose 7 points on us, if not even more, because they only got 48 points from their score, and we got 51 points from our score. So even if we were both at the same, or I guess this week it's not that much, but we could gain points on them if they didn't have, if they just scored 100 points less than us, right? So it could be 1 or 2 points there as well. So I think chefs should run 50. Like, it doesn't make any sense for them to run 48 because they're going to lose. They're never going to catch up to us because we're never going to get third place in the brackets we're getting because it's Illuminati free-to-play whales and then it's We're Sorry Empire Awakens every week, and they're barely even pulling up. I mean, they're not on this list, so they don't even have a 90-some average. So in order for chefs to catch us, they need to go into gold 50-man and hope to beat us one week, where this week they would have been close. Like, what's 4-8? Let's do that math real quick. I mean, they're still like 2 average down on us, so it'll be pretty different. But 5185 minus 114 minus 114. Oh wait, that's the wrong way to do that. I'm stupid. 48 77 plus 114 plus 114. So they would have been at 5105. We would have beaten them by 80 points still, but they need to go 50 and try to compete with us because their goal is to try to get us at third place to get that minus 20. And that's the only way they're going to be able to catch up to us. Otherwise, they'll never catch up with us. Boo, boo, boo. Yeah, gold is no joke. I mean, it's just crazy to know that the averages just 7 weeks ago were 113, 113, 112, 112, 111, 111, 111, 111, 111. Like, that's kudos to Red Links. We'll see how long this lasts. I feel like there's a decent amount of teams dropping from gold and going up to gold that it's kind of keeping itself somewhat balanced. I mean, I think the scores are slowly going up because those first couple weeks, like even Illuminati and free-to-play whales average was like 101. But yeah, I mean, we'll see how it shakes out in 2-3 months, and maybe they'll do this systematically where it's like, okay, 6 months has gone by, we're gonna reset again, so that it, like, if resetting it turns it into this every time, I'm fine with that happening every 6 months or something like that. It's pretty awesome. If they want silver the way it is, there's even more people that don't belong in silver now. That's fair, but I think a lot of the people that are in silver should have actually been in bronze, not the other way around. You know what I mean? Those people, a lot of those people in gold that you think should be in silver should be in gold should absolutely always have been in silver. They should have never not been in silver. Set to fucking 0, damn. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't hate that because then we could rebrand, we could change team names and it wouldn't really impact us, you know? But there's also a lot of like history to the scores currently, and it's like I feel like there would be a lot of people, and it wouldn't even be the people at the top, honestly. I don't think necessarily Illuminati, Dire Tide, Free to Play, I don't think necessarily any of them would care if we got reset to 0, because the top 10 would flush itself out probably the same regardless, minus a couple that, you know, game the system to get there. But the top 10 would probably be the same. But when you're talking about like the 11 to 25, those teams are going to be the ones that are mad if you reset to 0, because they're going to be like, we've been grinding our ass off to get to the top 25 teams for 4 years, and like just grinding, trying to get our players to the right, playing 42 players, playing 46 players, whatever, trying to only, get good players, pick the best deck, play at the right times, all this shit that they've been doing to get to the top 25, and now you're telling me we're going to go back to 0? We're going to have to recompete with everybody again? So those are the teams that I think actually you might see be the most upset about everything, right? People moving up and dropping out if they can't handle it. Yeah, for sure. My main match, 33, 65, 55. On silver, it happens. It happens. There were so many people that shouldn't have been in gold. Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's still people that shouldn't be in gold. And that's up to the teams. If they want to underperform with bad players, that's really up to them. I think there's enough good players on silver teams. My eyes are bugging me. There's enough good players on silver teams that, like, if they really wanted to, they could all join a gold team that needs, to ditch 10 silver players or 10 people that should be silver. I mean, you'll see, like, I'll be matched up in ranked And a lot of the people I'm matched up against at 7,500, at 8,000 will be on a silver team. So they have the potential to be better, to be on a better team at least, probably. Unless they're just bad. Like, some people don't know how to play anything other than their like base deck, and then if you throw some random shit at them, they can't figure it out. All right, let's go through my games though. On the Adventure Lock, we are back in an Adventure Lock team, and so we get to reap the benefits of our account. Jimbo only 4 though. No, my Jimbo is only 4. That's right. Cause I don't get battle pass Jimbos. This guy, not happy. Not happy at all. Because my rank is so much higher than him potentially. Either way, he could very well have better levels than me. Except this week, we're in pretty good shape. And the levels that we don't have good still work at base level. Like, DSR, obviously, still does the job. Oh, get that freeze ray in there. Oh, I tried to freeze him before he got that off. But I failed. Now I'm probably going to lose. Rip City. This guy's so annoying. It frustrates me so much that we lost to this fucking prick. This emoting little prick, just because my Jimbo's level 4, my DSR's level 1, my visitors are level 3. I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. Just joshing. Just joking. I mean, he is just going after it, though. With those emotes, man. He is killing it. We got the rats to protect. I like it. Now, with extra caps, we need to be able to test decks at levels. Yeah, I agree. They're probably like me, though. They're probably on the best team in the game. What's your team again? Happy Dude Grows? I can't remember. And, I mean, it's so nice to be able to not worry about the... to be able to not worry about the removal on the Henrietta. Like, it makes it so easy to... It makes it so easy to play Goth Kids. Like, seriously, it's ridiculous. This guy's gonna eat his fucking Jimbo like a moron. It looks like he's got a lot of health, but it's kind of fake. And, dude, was Jimbo just not attack? Was Jimbo just not attacking? How long was Jimbo not doing anything? Oh, he ate him. Did he eat his Jimbo? 98. 81. 64. Oh, no. I thought maybe he ate him and then it just, like, didn't show it. Jimbo's just not doing shit. Because I didn't get stacks, right? Because I'm losing stacks. 64. 47. He 47. 30. 30. That 30 seemed like it stayed forever, though. Oh, that was the boot. That was actually boosted. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck happened to that Jimbo. Did he leave? Oh, you best believe we're emoting on this punk ass. We get a freeze ray. I timed the freeze ray perfectly so that I'd heal up a bunch. And this dummy thought super fart would work. I got Michael out, Dumbo. Oh, this felt so good. This felt so good. Oh, these were some of the best feeling emotes that I've had in a long time, man. Oh, man, I think my spacebar is fucked up from how hard I was hitting it. I was just laughing and laughing because that guy... What a punk. I love it. I love it. Otherwise, I mean, Goth Kids are just so much fun. I will say this week against a good player probably was too easy to circumvent the Goth value. And if you didn't get 3 bars with your Goth Kids, you were probably getting counter pushed. Because the options for... The only reason that I didn't like push for like maybe Goth Kids would be a good idea is because like the alternative was like Furkle versus fucking Scout. Like, or Henrietta versus Grand Wizard. Or... Pete versus Ned. It was just like the dumbest like no-brainer choices you could ever make were the other choices. So it's like even if you did have like Goth Kids all leveled, all those other cards are just better cards. They're just like 100% better cards. So we lost another bar. I bet you're wondering how we got here, huh? I mean, this works pretty well if Pete was taking damage, because then he could be healing himself. 10 seconds, not bad. You know, like pretty much resets before we get into another fight. Starts going back. I mean, that feels pretty fair. The rats, though, coming in, neutralizing the level 4. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, we're gonna don't do it. Don't fucking do it. No! You dummy! That was ballsy. Actually, you know what? No, I knew he had played DSR, right? So I wasn't worried about it. Play that Furkle. Play that Furkle. Yeah. Oh, that slow's brutal, though. Ow. This is part of the reason why Goth Kids had too many counters. Dragon Slayer was obviously a counter. Mr. Hat against the Henrietta was obviously a counter. The slow from the Archangel was a counter. There's just a lot of counters available. Man, smoke that Archangel. He's killing your Henrietta. All right, we're in good shape. Kill him. Oh, nice. Casual 113 boost on the critters. Not bad. Well played for the 1 bar, indeed. Oh, this guy we smacked. Penny buried. Nah. You only got 1 Goth game? Nice. I didn't see Goth anywhere but in Silver, I'm pretty sure. Which is interesting. But it makes sense. What does an Adventure Lock team do if Adventure isn't an option? Fucking pray. Usually there's some neutral. So we'll have like there's a lot of times where the only boosted cards I'll have will be like level 7 Rats, level 7 PC Principal, and that's it. And I'll be honest, some of those times I've gone 114. It's all about what other options are. Like if Dragon Slayer is an option, you know, spells like Transmog or something are the options. Like Hat, for instance, Mr. Hat level 2 is very playable. There's just a lot of cards that have a lot of potential. A lot of potential at base level, because you don't get him at level 1, right? You get commons at level 4, so Scout is still fairly good at level 4. He's not terrible. Some epics at level 2 aren't terrible. Some few legends at level 1 aren't bad. But yeah, most of the time, you know, we won't have great scores, but those games can be some of the funnest games that week because you're just really oh yeah, New Kid was hitting Jimbo that whole time. You're just really, yeah, Stan the Great's really good at 4 for sure. Yeah, great example. Mackie at 4. Although, never mind, we could upgrade Mackie. I'm stupid. But Mackie's a good example that is still fairly good. Hunter Jimbo at 3 would still be good. But Grand Wizard Cartman at level 1, not very good. Archangel Bradley at level 2, pretty good. So what we'll do is we'll pick all the cards. We'll pick all the cards that are pretty good at their base level. So sometimes we have some really wonky decks and some card picks that like nobody else in the game would have picked except for us, but it works out. So this week, a big part of success, like loss or success. I mean, look at that. Wowzers. This guy's been watching the stream. I could have purified immediately, but I didn't think it was worth it, honestly. Because I don't think I would have stopped it even. I think Scout would have still gotten the fucking bar. Because like that one moment of freeze was enough to stop my guys from being able to double tap before Scout double taps. Maybe Ned would have. Ned attacks pretty quick. I thought that the Grand Wizard Cartman would smack one of the rats and help me out, but we're just going to give him a little bit of extra health. And now hope he plays his Grand Wizard here. And he doesn't, but we'll play this anyway just to give us the benefit since he did half our attack. So that deals with that a little bit sooner. We play our Mosquito to deal with his Mosquito Swarm. And then our Bradley actually did a pretty good job against the visitors up there. But his visitors survived, but our bottom side is really good. So that's one thing about Grand Wizard Cartman. Grand Wizard Cartman versus DSR. Grand Wizard Cartman still has a fuck ton of health, even if he gets halved. So you can still do get incredible value here. So he's power binded so that I could swarm here. The rats should go on to New Kid. My Scout beats his Scout. No, we trade. And the rats go through. That is one thing about Scout. Scout does not kill a equal level scout in one shot. You'll have to get that second shot. So if one of my rats would have attacked scout, my scout would have survived. That was kind of the point. Same with commander hat. Yeah. Yeah, Archangel's fun. So this one, he leads with Grand Wizard. It's not ever really the right play in Team Wars to lead with your tank because you're just feeding them position. Because I can just slow play to a point where the Grand Wizard is where I want it to be, which this is actually this is a fairly good spot. Because we can get the now we're just waiting it out. Because I don't wanna use the commander hat when he has his ability, but he's not using his ability. So I'm just like, I'm back here thinking, what the fuck's he doing? He was trying to get the ability off on the visitor probably, but he didn't realize that the visitor wasn't gonna die. So that was a mistake. That was a lot of people made that same mistake where they use Grand Wizard Cartman ability on visitors and it didn't kill the visitors, which typically resulted in a loss at that point. So we're just gonna clear out his Jimbo real quick. Nicely done, all the way back to the DSR for him. But we have a pretty good push here. Our Jimbo boosting our troops. We have pretty bad levels here. Level 3 Garrison, 4 Ned, 4 Jimbo. But it does not matter. Does not matter. He made the mistake of not having higher level cards. No, Grand Wizard like 4 doesn't kill him either. I think Grand Wizard 5 kills him. But it has to be Grand Wizard max 5, I think. Not enough coins, yeah. That's a big blocking factor for a lot of people for sure. Because if you're not grinding like challenge mode and stuff like that, coins can be kind of hard to come by. This is just to try to get the AoE. No one important now. Go rats, go! My level 7, eating him up! Oh, we took it. That rat would have eaten him by himself. That's what she said. Title of your sex tape. Columbiana Park. You have 11 coins right now. Tough. It's tough out. Yeah, especially for Adventure Lock. All right, let's go. Let's go. Actually, hold on. All right, so leading your Jimbo isn't really a good choice either. I mean, you could potentially build a nice push against it. This was probably a bad garrison, but like I was just like, damn, that range is long as fuck. I was just kind of testing it, and I was like, shit, that might work out. But yeah, that was pretty good. Just getting rid of the Jimbo was pretty good here. Play the visitors because the visitors help deal with the rats a little bit, but we can't trust them to clean them up because New Kid is not helping us. So we just play defensively here. His Ned is kind of caught out. We're hoping that he actually plays a tank to like get value with the Ned, and then we can like bust up that push. But I think he's smart enough to just let it chill. And same for us. We're just going to wait till 10 before we do anything. Most likely we'll play Archangel next. If he plays DSR, we'll probably play Hunter Jimbo immediately. Yeah. Then we'll play Jim. Well, actually, we probably won't. We'll do Archangel right here. Because we don't want to play... Like, we wanted to Ned next. Like, Ned and Jimbo is the next push. You know what I mean? So when you want to kind of play the Archangel... See, that's the next push I'm building. You want to play the Archangel when your unit's, like, about to die. Not necessarily when it's full health. Because, well, I mean, obviously, if there's a big push happening, you want to get it out for the slow. But if it's only the health that you're caring about, you want to do it later because, like, that health can really surprise them, right? Like, that extra health that you can get when that Grand Wizard's about to die and you're like, oh, yeah, I'll just play this card and it'll deal with him. And then all of a sudden, your Grand Wizard's got 500 extra health and he killed your unit or whatever. That can be really impactful. So this is a pretty good lineup for him. I'm slow playing with the Mosquito. It's not really a great play there, but I don't want to play into him really. I want to cycle back to one of my tanks before I play like Commander Hat or something like that. All right, we played that well. We're going to get a lot of value from that DSR, but we're still wanting him to push into us. He missed the back line, which is what he wanted to purify there. So that was a big oof on his part. His team should have upgraded power purify for that extra range. But the garrison keeps surviving, but we take him out. See, well, see, look, level 5 Grand Wizard Cartman, and I know for a fact we got Grand Wizard Cartman to 6. So even max level Grand Wizard Cartman ability doesn't kill max level 6 visitors, or even base level 6. I'm not sure. I assume they probably had it max 6, or they had it 7 because it's easy to. So same thing here. New kid hitting Grand Wizard. I don't know why did I use Purify. Poor guy. He played well though. Like. But honestly, like, it's kind of the best case scenario to win 3 bars in the last seconds, because that means like they don't have a chance. They didn't have a chance to counter push you, right? You played perfectly and did it. Why don't we purify the DSR debuff and power bind? I don't think it's really worth the energy to do the DSR usually. It depends on the situation, but I typically don't think it's worth the energy to. If I'm sitting at 10 energy, maybe, but typically I'd rather do something else. And there wasn't really a power bind target this week. I think a couple times I power bind Grand Wizard, but so this is a level 4. Oh Jesus, this guy's throwing it all out there. Can we stop him? This is gonna be interesting. It's just gonna depend on if the Ned's gonna be able to help deal with those visitors, and Ned attacking with that real quick attack, doing very well there. Nicely done. See if we can get like a commander hat value with these cards or not. I don't know. We'll see. Ooh, that is tempting for the Grand Wizard. We're going to power bind him so he can't clear our units. Hopefully we can smack through him real quickly. I think that was pretty well played there. Nicely done. Can we get the bar? The level 6 the level 6 visitors are quick. And wasted the DSR in my opinion. So now the Grand Wizard Cartman's going to be free to go. That was a big mistake on his part, but that was good. That was good. Oh, Grand Wizard Cartman was power binded? Yeah, that's definitely not worth it. I don't think that's worth it. Unless, like, you could take the bar with it at the end of the game or something. But if he wants to use power bind on my Grand Wizard Cartman and make it a 3-cost tank worth that still has 3,000 health, I'm gonna let him take that energy hit every day, and I'm not gonna take that energy hit with the Purify because I don't need to. Like, I don't need to. I don't need the Grand Wizard ability for Grand Wizard to do his fucking job, right? So not having that 2 energy right now could potentially be more important than, because right now I'd be at 0. Which hasn't impacted me yet. Like, I get right now, so far I would have been fine. But different situations, like if he would have played something closer to me or something like that, that would have played. And look at that. 30 seconds later, my Grand Wizard Cartman still fucking alive and used his ability. So that is why I definitely don't purify Grand Wizard Cartman. I would purify maybe Sam from a power bind, you know, something like that. But look at this. I could have gotten 2 off there if he wouldn't have taken the bar. Use the DSR, dummy. Use the DSR, stupid. Oh, I guess it's only level 3 and we had people blasting it. Go, little visitor that could. Nice. 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 Might as well have gone freeze if you're not going to purify under the best of circumstances. Nah, no way, dude. Because freeze, you just don't play the card. It's a dead card. You just don't play the card. Power bind and purify, you shouldn't really use them, honestly, in most cases. I'm gonna use it, like, I'll use it here because the only reason I use it there, not because I want to stop the Grand Wizard ability necessarily. I want to use it so that I use 2 energy and I have a different card in my hand. Because right now I don't have a great setup I didn't have Jimbo yet, right? So I have nothing to play against his Grand Wizard here right away, right? I have to wait for the Dragon Slayer to get to my side. But I already smacked him a little bit, so it's like maybe I don't have to do that. But ideally here, you put Jimbo out, you put Visitors out, then you put Commander Hat out, you wipe this bitch down. You don't have to use the Dragon Slayer. You don't want to just use the cards for the right, like, you don't just like, oh, it's Grand Wizard Cartman, I'm immediately going to use Dragon Slayer. No, deal with him in a different way, in a way where you don't have to use your Dragon Slayer, and now you can use Dragon Slayer on Jimbo. You can use Dragon Slayer on a different setup that you normally wouldn't use it on, because you don't have to worry about that Grand Wizard Cartman anymore. So it's, and I maybe wouldn't have had, if I wouldn't have been able to do that in that situation if I didn't, you know, play the power bind in order to set up that push. So, but it wasn't about stopping the Grand Wizard Cartman from getting his ability off necessarily. Although that does open up the Visitors a little bit for the Visitors to get value, because if it's not, you know, the Grand Wizard can just knock them back while they're speed boosted. Come on, Ned, do something. Ned's DPS is just like bonkers, man. Like if you get Ned boosted, his DPS can be high. Oh, that sucks. See, this is the fear this week. I think I might lose this game actually because of this fucking Ned. Oh yeah, I fucking do lose this one because I couldn't. His fucking Jimbo started hitting my new kid. Oh, that pisses me off. How? Oh, just fucking max range right there. Just barely at the tip. Just the tip. But I do play the scout to push him out of the way to save the bar. Whoop. I could have maybe played the Grand Wizard, but I don't think it would have gotten there in time because it's so... I was slowed, right? Those damn Visitors stayed alive for too long. I should have played... Yeah, that was bad. That was a mistake there. That wasn't a great... Oh, yeah, this is what happened. The Visitors sneak damage on me. I was like, oh, fuck. That was way too much damage. Way too fast. But we do get good value there. That was bad, too. That was a bad Jimbo. I was watching the play down there. Well, you know, it's. I guess it's not terrible. Oh, yeah. Play the Ned. You could have killed the rat. I thought New Kid would take the rat. Fuck me. That's why I lost it right there. I was hoping to be Grand Wizard there. I know we're going to blast him. But, I mean, this works, too. But look at this. I'm just like, oh, I'm not going to get him. But just barely did. But I didn't get the Scout, which is, I think, honestly cost me the game. And partially, my Jimbo being level 4 really hurt me. But not getting that Scout there and getting that Scout to be half damage, that was a big deal. That was a big deal. Yeah, 78 damage. All because... Well, I mean, not all because, but like I was really under-leveled on these accounts. I didn't have any like level 4 epics, level 4 legends, level, you know, didn't have any level 7 commons or rares, had level 4 Jimbo. So that guy beat me because he had level 5 Jimbo, honestly. Like that, like every interaction there that I lost was either my Jimbo or his Jimbo. Like the pushes he won was his Jimbo. The pushes I lost were my Jimbo. So 3, see, you just like, this guy shouldn't be in gold, right? Like this is definitely not a gold account, but he's on a gold team. And you can't really force people to be on the right team. So there's always going to be fodder like this out there. I hate that the rats split up like that. Bugs me. But this should be pretty good. The rats might take the bar, actually. He should have used his ability. Oh, wow. That's tough. That's tough. The level 4 Grand Wizard Cartman, though. All right, that's a terrible garrison. We're going to get that visitor value. Oh, so you see what happened there? So I've done this before, and this is something like kind of an important... I've won games with this before. It's an important thing to note. When you play the garrison, you get the boost immediately, but you don't switch targets until you're done with your current attack animation. So if Garrison's boost comes while you're mid-animation, like this visitor right there, 155 mid-animation, that 155 still lands on the Garrison, and I one-shot the Garrison as a result. So I've won games with that with cows, where I have all the cows, and this is especially good with the new cows because their attack animation is fucking bonkers long. So you get the cows to new kid, you use garrison on whatever fucking they use to defend, and the cows will get the boost and still finish the attack that they're in, and then they'll switch targets. So they will smack new kid for a huge amount of damage, and then they'll switch over to whatever target the garrison targets them to. So that's something to be watchful of, where you can kind of use that to your advantage. It works like something like a Dougie on new kid. You could get a nice hit on new kid and then switch to another target and have a Dougie blast that target. Pretty good. So the visitors up there getting dealt with, but no big deal. The DSR-4 gonna walk right through. I wonder what this guy's name is. Satan's Pussy 666. The level 4 garrison, not a terrible unit. Fucking, I'm clicking on the screen right now, holding my mouse, trying to look at the card. Not a terrible unit at level 4. Definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. If he gets a little bit boosted from Jimbo, it could be really good. All right, Kickatin. Piketon. Oh, shit. Maybe not that. So right now we're just slow playing because we got a shit starting hand, right? So we're kind of giving up energy, but it's all about getting that Jimbo on our side, and we want that Ned to be close to us too. So hitting Ned with a couple hits there was pretty big. We got to get that Ned. We got to get the Ned killed. Really is the goal here. So that's pretty good. Jimbo's still getting hit on that backside though. Kind of unfortunate. That going out on the DSR though saved me. It should have. Why would that have not been the Jimbo? You just played it wrong? It's the furthest away unit, isn't it? Not closest? Or is it closest? If it's closest, yeah, Garrison's fucking target is like this long. So that Jimbo said it should have definitely been in it. Unless the cone just hit right here. Because it's like a cone, right? So maybe the cone hit right here. That's possible. But yeah, that not hitting the Jimbo is pretty good. Not bad. Looks like we're going to wipe through us getting the... So here's a good thing. 460 health there. Slowing down. Not the back damage, though. These guys are really eating through it. But the visitors there to eat through... Yeah, Garrison's pretty good at level 3 and 4. Not a terrible card. We'll see what he plays. Ooh, this should be good. The Rat's going to get insta-sniped by the visitors. Unfortunately played there for him. I don't know what that was. But we're gonna see a duel of the ages here, folks. Pigeons versus pigeons. Who will win? Smacked. Smacked. All right, we're gonna get that out just because it takes Grand Wizard Cartman 2 hits to kill him, and Ned, he would have taken a lot of damage there. And Ned's gonna heal up the Grand Wizard on this Archangel. Thank you, sir. Look at that chunk. Look at that heal chunk. Boat. Full life. Full life. What's up, Sleight of Hand? Welcome back. To support Grand Wizard Cartman with visitors? Yeah. Maybe. I think the visitors would have died to the... Well, maybe. I don't think... I think I still... If I would have taken the bar, though, I was just... I had to spend so much energy to get that last that I don't think I would have stopped him from being able to counter push me in overtime, though. And there's Garrison just blasting New Kid. And the Rat's cleaning it up. Well played. Ned's got some sneaky range. Oops, bam. Indeed. Really bad start here. Rat lead, not bad. Lead for him, pretty good. Scout Ike, I'm gonna have to do in the corner. If you make the same choice twice, it's probably the right choice. Now Powerbind on him is a waste. Purifier waste. Probably War Hero Ned behind New Kid. I have to cycle to Jimbo or Grand Wizard. Yeah, play it higher to get it away from the Grand Wizard Blast. I agree with that. All right, this is good. Hitting Jimbo and Grand Wizard Cartman with the DSR was like the goal this week. That was the ultimate. That was the ultimate goal. So Ned's gonna eat up. All right, he missed my New Kid there. Ned's gonna eat that up. We're gonna play our Grand Wizard Cartman on the Ned, so that Ned just gets taken down. We have the support behind us, so I'm not worried about this taking us down. Interesting play there. We're able to knock away the guys with the garrison boost, so that really helps us lower the damage and actually kill the garrison. So that was well played there. We're gonna get a boost on the Grand Wizard. So that's like a perfect opportunity there to play Bradley. You don't have to worry about the Satan coming in. Obviously, if he had Satan here, it's game over, right? We're probably gonna lose. That was for a great. If he would have played his Grand Wizard Cartman or his Jimbo or something like that, we would have. Obviously, we just killed him, but you know, DSR there, I probably would have played Hat. But yeah, see, he did cycle to the Jimbo. We play the Rats to get, honestly, to get the Rats there. I probably didn't even need to play the Rats there, honestly, though. But I think they helped do the damage quick so that his visitors and his Ned. Ooh, oh, I thought it would come from the grave. Sometimes it happens. Vizzies. Scout will one-shot both of these. Schmackadoo. Mosquito's a good rat counter just because it's 2 people attacking, which is like the biggest benefit swarm units give you is if it's like slow attacking single targets, right? So Mosquito by himself, rats would just eat that bitch for lunch, right? Use the power bind there to stop just because the visitors are out. Like that's the only reason you do it is because the visitors are out. And then you play the rats because they get that advantage. Now that's actually a mistake on his part. That garrison prevented him from being able to kill the Mosquito there, which he might have been able to do. But that was just inevitable, that push. He wasn't going to be able to stop me. We got Faux Coast 250. That was a so I decided this week that because Super Fart was an option and Rats was an option, I thought it was best to lead your assassin instead of leading it midline like normal to kind of force them to play. There's so many easy things that would force me to respond that it was better to play behind your New Kid so that if they were going to use that, if they were going to Super Fart your Rats, if they were going to, you know, assassin step your Scout, if they're going to play Rats on your Scout, whatever, they would have to wait and potentially sit on energy until my Scout got into range. So you wait for 10. So now they're at 10 right now too. You play your Scout. If they wait until your Scout is on the other side, they've lost some energy, right? So here I'm going to power bind I'll kind of wait to see what he does. I probably should have power binded the Grand Wizard there. But I didn't want to do it until I had 10 energy. So see, that's good for me. Like in my opinion, that's a benefit to me that he just spent 2 energy purifying his Grand Wizard instead of 2 energy that could have supported his push that can now not support his push. So we wait for the Grand Wizard before we play the Rats, but we're just gonna slow play here on the bottom side, get our Ned out probably. Ned's just got like crazy damage. Is New Kid hitting? Ooh, he tried to see there we purified him because we want the next blast. Because I knew he was going to take a bar there. Can we do this slow? Get him! Wait, is this the game I lose? No, I think I save it. I think I save this shit, boys. Can't remember. I like that. Rats on the bottom side. DSR, not really doing much. Oh, if I would have waited just a fraction of a second, those Rats would have all been dead, and my Rats would have been streaking towards his New Kid. Grand Wizard Cartman in good shape here. The power bind, not there. See I didn't even need to play the Scout, but now New Kid's hitting him. The Scout gonna come through. Played that preemptively in case he played something. Nicely done. 13 damage. All right. I'm liking what we're seeing here. New kid plus the skeet will deal with the scout. Nicely done. My skeeter obviously will destroy his skeeter. 2-level difference there. That's big. That's big. Commander Hat here would be good. Huh? Honestly, I'm just slow playing here. Because I'm just trying to keep his Grand Wizard Cartman. 30 seconds. I'm not going to get that 220 probably. I just got to keep his Grand Wizard Cartman away from my new kid, right? And any potential, like... Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, fuck that guy real quick. I like that. So honestly, like the way I played that, he would have probably been able to push and beat me, but you know, it was timing thing. I was just keeping his push on his side as long as I could. Blizzard Walker from Empire Awakens, a name I recognize. Either we've played him before, or I think maybe I saw him beat Roman on stream once. I swear that might have been it. All right, don't forget, guys, we're still going through the deck tonight. We're going through the forum and then any updates or any comments that are there. So if you want to talk about anything specific, go over onto the forum, leave a comment, and we'll talk about it. Unless it's too stupid, I'll be like, not even reading this shitty comment. So we're just gonna, I was checking if his was max or not. Right. So we're gonna play, it's rats v rats, Vizzies versus Vizzies, and ours come out ahead. Nicely done, nicely done. Now we're gonna slow play his Grand Wizard onto our side. Our Vizzies are already pretty much dead, so anything they get is gravy. We pretty much, like we should have played in a way where New Kid would have hit Grand Wizard. Okay, so we did. So we played that right. So New Kid hitting Grand Wizard. Now he might be out of range though. So we might have fucked that up right there. So New Kid not hitting Grand Wizard anymore. Tough damage here though. Tough damage. I should have put War Hero out. Tough. Just a tough push. I didn't want to play Jimbo yet. Not yet, at least. Ooh, interesting play there. Just the Grand Wizard out there. What if I would have purified him? So the one thing about the Garrison, though, is that it does leave your cards susceptible to, like, you know, killing them before they even get there. But kind of just depends. 69. Ned with that 69. All right, what are we gonna get? What are we gonna get? Oh, that's ballsy. That's ballsy. I mean, it would have worked if it would have worked better if the Jimbo would have had the Jimbo would have been attacking the scout or the skeeter right there too. Like, but the angle was just wrong. Okay, level 4v5 here. All right, good shit. We took the bar. Not bad, not bad. Plus 96, 69. His Jimbo going down. Ooh, nicely done there though. Nicely done there. His Ned is my primary target here, which is nice that it kind of happened to walk right into me. Oh, right when he played that, I was like, oh my god, he's going to be able to fucking... Nope. We targeted him, though. But then Jimbo was like, oh, I'm going to go over here instead. So that actually worked out really well for us. We're going to go ahead and play this just so we have it to deal with him. In my opinion, I shouldn't have played the... Okay, this was bullshit. I lost, or I didn't lose. This ends up being a draw, spoiler alert, because of this fucking moment right here. I mean, just watch, just watch. Let's roll that back. My Grand Wizard Cartman, full fucking health. Not hit by a DSR, just hit by a Garrison, who I just DSR'd his attacker. So none of his units have a full boost. The rats come out fully boosted. The rats nowhere near my Grand Wizard Cartman, so we can't say that like, oh, the rats just ate your Grand Wizard Cartman before the ability went off. No way, no way. The fucking DSR's in the way. At least killing one of the rats. At least killing one rat before it gets there, right? It'd be at least one. But no, none of them die. Only the one DSR hit dies. None of them die to the Grand Wizard Cartman ability. The visitors don't get knocked back. And now I'm fighting for my fucking life over here. In a situation where I should have thrown 3 energy into his fucking face with that dumb as shit rat play that he did. His rat should have been a complete waste of time. You played rats into a charged Grand Wizard Cartman, you fucking potato, and you're not gonna lose because of some bullshit ass glitch. I should have played Commander Hat. Commander Hat might have been able to eat through them quick enough. But I was like, Grand Wizard Cartman could get his ability off, and that could be enough, coupled with 1 hit from 1 card. 1 card. Grand Wizard. Visitors. Fucking glitchy ass bullshit, man. Bullshit. That Blizzard Walker cuck should have been fucked. What's up, Pyro? Salty indeed, man. You would have been too. Shut up. Guys, don't forget, if you're on my Discord, I don't have an invite link for the Discord right now because people are trolling me and I haven't made a new one yet. But the Discord, if you're on it, there is a new channel and it's called Meme Stream. And head over there, drop whatever videos you want me to react to, memes you want me to look at, whatever it might be. This will be like a YouTube reacts kind of thing. And we'll go through a bunch of them as a group. I already threw one in there about this guy who can't stop ejaculating. Very, very hilarious. Not all it's cracked up to be, by the way. Ejaculating constantly. Not a fan. This is a good DSR. Getting pretty much everything we want to there. I like it. I love it. But Mosquito level 5, Jimbo 4, Commander Hat 3. This guy's got Jimbo. Oh no, and we don't have Purify? No, I don't know where Purify is. Purify's buried. We got the Jimbo out. We're getting the net out. All right, we got our push. We got our push guaranteed. But he's blasting our Bradley. His Bradley's down though. Ooh, he's going to use that. But our Scout is going to be able to beat shit up. We got the gear. No, I think they had the boost there actually. You know what I mean? But Ned's damage is able to do it. We're going to get the rats, separate his rats. Only 1 rat dealing with me. Ooh, he almost got me, but my level 6 rat's coming. Visitors aren't going to be able to deal with it. That might be a bar. No, the visitors targeted right. Usually they target different rats and it takes longer. What's up, Pyro? Always salty because people kill slaves so easily, and you send 3 assassins and you can't do it. I know that feeling, man. Sometimes it's like slaves and pot. Like if it's the enemy playing it, it's impossible, and then you play and it's like a fucking wet noodle. And it's like, what the hell happened? So I used that only because I knew it would kill one of them. I should have waited and just hit. I should have just smacked him. They weren't gonna do that much damage, but it is what it is. See, that's 2 wasted energy to me. Like that's 2 wasted energy. What is that gonna fucking do? So playing like, yeah, and then see that new kid hit. New Kid hit with the garrison on New Kid with the visitors. Watch it. Watch it. Mid attack. Still in the animation. Okay, see? It's already started his animation. You see how his gun is slightly raised? Already started his attack animation. We'll finish it on New Kid with that plus 114 and smack him. All right. Did that happen? Yeah, it had to have happened. Because it's 281 right now. Yeah, that was it's definitely the extra. That was weird. It looked like both hits. That was weird. It looked like both hits happened at once. Okay, see, it was 212, yeah. So 212 to 229, yeah. So that 114 hit onto New Kid, which could have been a bar there, right? Pull that off with Ned. Yeah, it works with Ned. Ned's got anything with a long attack animation. Jimbo would do it. And then obviously if there's just a lot of cards, like if you have 6 cards attacking New Kid, Or like if you're attacking something else, right? That's not just for New Kid. If you're attacking something else and you make him retarget into something else, you could have one parting huge hit on the thing you are attacking before you switch over. So potentially that could be like a big boost to the overall push damage. Get the bar, get the bar. Nice. Nice. You can't stop it from Moody. Moody, Moody, Moody. Spaghetti code. No, that makes perfect sense, honestly. Because all taunts work that way. When you taunt something, you don't taunt it until the starting of the attack animation. So that means the targeting happens at the starting of the attack animation, which is why when you knock Medusa back, she'll finish her attack and still hit New Kid, even though, you know, she's all the way across. Which, that part, probably spaghetti code. I mean, all production code like this is probably spaghetti code, but... Because at this point, there's probably so many people that have worked on it. Kind of hard to stop it. Don't really want to do that. Yeah. Early DSR just to get the most value from the health. I like this. We do the Bradley. I like it. That was pretty good. DSR possibly coming from him. Okay, interesting here. If we take out his... All right, we're in good shape here. Nope, but my Bradley gone. But we got his Grand Wizard Cartman gone. I think Visitor's topside should have been what I did. No, Grand Wizard... Wait for the Grand Wizard here. Am I not hitting his fucking Mosquito at all? Like, what the fuck? Level 4 has no damage. But the 85, 68, 51, that extra damage from the Ned, doing good work on his attacks. What's up, Ginge? Some cards to reset attach animations, though, or is it just super fart? Yeah, there's like weird, like, you get like hit. Like Man Bear Pig, it happens to him a lot. Like your card gets like that. You see what happened to Ned right there? He's just like, ugh. That can impact your animation a little bit. Yeah, it just depends on when it happens. Use Archangel, use Archangel, use Archangel, use Archangel, use Archangel, use Archangel. Oh, didn't need to. Didn't need to. Still killed the rats. But yeah, any knockback has like a subtle stun to it. Don't love it. Powerbind him. Only because the Visitor's out. You'll notice I only Powerbind Grand Wizard when I have Visitors out. The only time I do it. Honestly, yeah, DSR is a good... So this is what I'm talking about. I don't use the DSR on the Grand Wizard Cartman, and it enables me to use the DSR in a position... Oh, that's game over right there. Oops, spam. Oops, spam. And then the Super Fart's just not good enough. Doesn't kill anybody. Most teams don't upgrade it because they're stupid. My Scout just came through and still wrecked his butthole open, regardless of the Super Fart, right? Nice. Hey, you better laugh. Scrub. Groobs. Rev DQ. The main event, boys. Moody, potentially our worst account in gold. We have level 3 War Hero Ned. We have level 4 Hunter Jimbo. We have level 5 Mosquito. We do have the level 4 Archangel, so that's pretty decent. But we are at a disadvantage, folks. We'll see what his levels are, though. Active players potentially have good levels, maybe not. The Super Fart. So this was the first game I played this week. So it was at this moment that I realized, okay, I should have played the rats behind my new kid. And then every game following, I play them behind my new kid. Or at least the assassin. I could have probably started Mosquito in the corner, but my Mosquito level 5 just does not feel like he did there. My Mosquito level 5 did not feel good. And so it felt like the Grand Wizard slow playing was a little bit better. Because I had the Ned in hand already. I had the Bradley in hand already. Jimbo's in hand now. So I felt like we're in pretty good shape. And we have the Visitors to defend. We got to play... Okay, I was going to say, we got to play ours, though, because that Mosquito would have eaten us alive. I play that for the slow play. I wanted to stay back a little bit. So that, honestly, not a big deal. playing the DSR just on Grand Wizard, not good. Like, not a good play in my opinion. The Grand Wizard Cartman getting one more ability off. Yes, he does, which is nice. We're going to DSR the Jimbo just to get rid of it. I like it. And our healer. Oh, look at the healer. Wow, Mosquito getting that heal. And this is a potentially game-winning push here. Depending on what happens here. The Visitor's not dead. The Ned, though, taking out the Scout a little sooner than normal. Little bit of heal. Ooh, nice super fart. But the moment the super fart comes out, we come out blasting, especially. This is what I love about Team Wars, is that, like, when you know what cards they potentially have, you know what cards they don't have, like, you know, Satan and stuff like that, you can really, you know, like, okay, I took this bar, I'm slamming Assassins, because if I push right here, he can't stop me. Like, there's nothing in his deck that could stop me. I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Not like, I didn't play it, like, seriously, like the card game or anything like that, but I played the video games. So I, like, know the rules and everything like that, yeah. But I like, wait, why behind New Kid? Because Super Fart was an option, and there was a lot of options for the enemy to, like, step your assassin. So, like, if you play Scout midline, they have to just wait a little bit before they can play their Scout against you and kill you. If you play Scout midline, they can just play Rats and kill you, right? If you play Rats midline, they can just Super Fart you right away. So what you do is you wait till you have 10 energy, because they're 10 energy too. You play, I always play it like 9.5, because then there's no energy waste at all. And you play it 9, and then you're going to play a little bit before other people. You play it 9.5 behind your New Kid, and if they want to Assassin Step you, if they want to Rat you, if they want to Super Fart you, then they have to wait until you get to half line on 10 energy in order to, like, really take advantage of that. Or they're going to do that, but they're going to play another card as well, which is going to play into you as well. So kind of just like a push-pull of the energy and the board there, not just like it's not like gonna lose you or win you the game, because, like, I played Rats, he super farted, I technically lost 1 energy, not a big deal. Technically, in a exchange like that right away, that does kind of put me at an advantage, because, and this is the same situation considering if I play Grand Wizard Cartman and they use Unholy Combustion on it and kills me, at face value, I lost an energy, but if he wants to play at 10 energy, he has to play 1 full energy before me. So he has to play 3 seconds before me. So I get to react to what he's playing, which is a big part of this game, is like who's, like, it's rock, paper, scissors, and you can be put in a situation where I know what fucking thing he did. Like, I know that he did scissor because he played Grand Wizard Cartman 3 seconds before I had to play card, right? So if the same situation there, I play Rats, 3 energy, he uses Super Fart, 2 energy, I can wait 3 energy till I hit 10. He has to play at 2 energy since he only used 2 energy. So he has to play into me technically. So I technically lost an energy, but I technically won board control immediately if I can, you know, slow play at the same level as he does. And in Team Wars, when it's a mirror match, that's when it really matters the most, because, like, you could potentially mirror his cards exactly, and you're going to have the benefit because your cards will be a little bit before his. And the more you know. And now you know. Do I still have that? The more you know. All right. Let's go to the deck for next week. Is that the choice? All right. Ladies and gentlemen. We're already at an hour, so we'll try to breeze through the deck. All right. Let's take a quick gander. Aerostorm. I like to know the spells first. Aerostorm, Inuit, removal, AQR, super far. Okay. Man Bear Pig versus Satan. Well, Satan obviously just got nerfed, so a little bit easier to play around him, especially if you know that the Satan is coming. That's what she said. If you have the Aerostorm and the AQR, you don't really have to worry about the pushes that Satan would clear. Satan deals with cows well now, but cows aren't really a huge threat. Is Nelly good enough now to be a choice here? Man Bear Pig. I don't know. Because like the Satan clear could be game saving if you get clear like a BHK push or something like that. But you also have all of their potential to deal with that. And the Man Bear Pig, if you play it on defense right, like you're gonna get hella value and have a big amount of HP to stack your Timmy, BHK, and stuff like that behind. Man Bear Pig, technically a boost to Nymph Nicole. I guess. I'd say Man Bear Pig's probably the choice though. But I'm not convinced. I think that's a toss-up, honestly. I could see Satan being a good choice. I wouldn't mind having Satan there, level 4, just in case, to kill, like, you know, a good push with these units, or I guess these units, whatever these units might be, and, you know, clean up the Mysterion or something maybe. I feel like there's a lot of high damage stuff that Man Bear Pig has potential to, like, just sit there and soak up damage while the enemy BHK stacks the push. So yeah, I like this. I think the Satan's the choice. Lower level Satan, just to clean up these 3 units basically if they get boosted, or well, this one really. Nymph versus Zoro. Nymph with the Slave, 3 stacks. Rats, 3 stacks. Catapult, 3 stacks. Randy, 2 stacks. Pigeons or cows. You'd probably go cows. Yeah, I think Nicole's definitely the play here. I mean, when we went Nicole on Moody a couple weeks ago, it was level 4, and Moody just destroyed with it. So I think Nicole's the choice here. Garrison's good, but there's just so much high damage range cards that his slow ass is just going to get beat up before he can get his ability off. So I think Nymph Nicole is definitely the choice. Yeah, Pigeons can really beat up the Man Bear Pig, but like if you put the Pigeons out, you're just going to get Arrow Storm potentially too. So unless you know, I mean, you could just hold I would say hold the Pigeons, because you can get the boost from the if you play them, even if they get Arrow Stormed, Nicole gets a hell of a boost, right? But if they Arrow Storm for some other reason, like, you know, maybe you have Nicole out with a bunch of Swarm and they Arrow Storm, then your Pigeons are fucking home free, right? And they're gonna really fuck shit up. So Pigeon's pretty good, although AQR kills them. You know, there's a lot of stuff that kills them, but I think Pigeon's just for the Nicole boost. But God, those cows against the level 14 new kid can be so brutal. And you're just, with the Pigeons, you're just gonna feed one of the Bebes or BHK. So yeah, I'm gonna say cows. You gotta go cows. Gotta go cows. And then if you go Nicole, you probably gotta go rats. And I don't hate the rats this week. They're good for, you know, killing a Timmy midline or something like that. Slave here is the choice. It kind of prevents the AQR value a little bit. Obviously, there's some stuff that can break the Slave heal, but not a terribly large amount of stuff, so that'll be pretty good. Obviously, Catapult is the choice if you're going Nicole, but if you go Garrison, we saw that last week where Slave and Pirate Ship was an option. Pirate Ship being another choice to potentially break the Slave is actually very, very good, very nice. So that could be an option there. Nelly versus the AQR. I think the AQR is worth it enough because like they could potentially stack Bebe, Randy slash like any these 3 slots. They could play all 3 of these together. And you could also clean up some swarm with it, maybe rats, assassin, something like that. If it hits Nicole, she will die eventually. Same with like Manbear Pig, stuff like that. It will kill them eventually. So I think that's a pretty decent, you know, could potentially kill the Inuit and take him away from killing your Manbear Pig or something. So I think the AQR is the choice. Randy, I'd say you'd want to go for with the Nymph, although you could convince me that the BHK is a better choice, but I think because Aerostorm's an option, BHK is not the option. You want to have that. You want to have that Randy. Bebe, Blood Elf Bebe is the choice here, obviously. Coop versus Aerostorm. Obviously, the Coop would be big money against the Nymph Nicole, or against the or for the Nymph Nicole, excuse me. But I think the potential to stack the Blood Elf Bebe is just too great. Like for Randy and Catapult, I can kind of control when I use and don't use that. You know what I mean? Like if they have Bebe and I think Bebe is gonna, you know, Bebe hasn't started attacking my slave yet or something like that, and I think Bebe is gonna be able to just clean up my spawns, I'm just not gonna fucking use the spawns, right? But I can't stop the Coop from spawning. So although it will really, really boost the Nicole, I think the fact that we have 2 spawner units in the Timmy and the Randy and the rats, that I don't think we need to have the Coop to benefit. I don't think we need to have the Coop to benefit. To benefit the Nicole. I think we can do it without it, honestly. Especially with the pigeons in the mix. And then the moment you see the enemy play Coop, you know they don't have Aerostorm, and all of a sudden, you know, that really opens up your game a little bit. Yeah, BHK is not the choice. Yeah, pigeons could fuck him up real quick too, yeah. AQR, I think, is the biggest thing. He dies pretty quick from AQR. I guess Superfart doesn't kill him, but yeah, it could kill him. You dropped $100 on King's Throne and almost saw a booby. Mysterion versus Inuit. With all the swarm, it's going to be hard to get Inuit value. Aerostorm's potentially there. Destroys the Inuit value. Superfart potentially. I mean, AQR does it. Pigeon sort of. Like a lot of stuff that stops it from getting value. So I would say Mysterion's the choice. Mysterion, even at a low level, constantly coming back, can help defend against the swarm. You know, he can take out 2 or 3 cocks and rats before he dies every time. And then if he dies near New Kid, he comes back very quickly. So Mysterion's definitely the choice. How do I feel about Satan versus Manbear Pig? That's like the biggest one that I'm not sure about, honestly. That slot right there. Everything else I'm pretty sure about. Probably Nymph Nicole, Heavy Swarm, AQR over Nelly maybe. Although you could convince me Nelly might be the choice. You could convince me Nelly's a good choice. You have Bebe mid, Timmy mid. You play Nelly out there and kills him. Deals with the rats and the cocks at the same time. It's potentially good. I think that might, maybe some practice would be, but practice is never going to be like, because you can't match the levels. AQR in practice is terrible because AQR level 3 is just so fucking slow. Nelly's probably fairly good in friendly fights. Swordsman's pretty good, but the reason I would say no to Swordsman is because there's going to be so many swarm that he's going to have to attack. His attack's pretty slow. Those swarm actually will eat up his health. His health pool isn't that big. That'll eat up his health pretty quickly. And all the while, he's going to be getting blasted by Bebe or Randy or Timmy. Yeah, I don't think it's a good look for Garrison this week. I think, and also like that gives value to the Aerostorm, you know, because you're going to have Garrison out there probably, and he's going to get Aerostormed, and that's a big chunk of his health. Whereas Nicole could get healed constantly after Aerostorm, so potentially limits the value of Aerostorm. So, and Nicole's 3 cost, like the rest of the deck, you got 5 cost AQR, 4-cost spells, 5-cost Mysterion. Like there's a lot of heavy, like 7-cost Manberry Pig. There's a lot of heavy stuff, so you'll want the cheaper Nicole for sure. But for Satan versus Manberry Pig, I would think at face value, I think Satan, because what I'm worried about is a backline of Bebe, Timmy being behind Manberry Pig, behind Satan, behind Osimo, behind Slave, and not able to get to them. And Satan's another thing that could break the Slave heal, deal with the backline and break the heal, which is good potential. Satan's gonna avoid hitting your assassin or your range cards because of the lower impact now, so kind of helps you in this situation. You're not gonna kill your Timmy, your Randy, your Bebe. So I like the Satan. They ever did double characters in Team Wars? Double characters? Like you could choose 2 Sam. Oh yeah, for sure. There's definitely been one where you could have like Stan the Great or Stan and Mini Moons. That's definitely happened before. They seem to try to prevent that and just put like those cards on the same thing. Like for instance, the 2 Timmys here, or the 2 Bebes here, or the 2 Kennys. But there are definitely situations where, there'd be Paladin Butters and Choir Boy Butters, which Assassins isn't that big of a deal to have double. They're not typically alive that long, so. But yeah, this week will be interesting to see. It'll basically be, I think this week is just a battle of Nicole probably. Nicole slash, Belf. So I would say save your AQR for Belf so that she doesn't get stacked to infinity. Maybe the same with Nicole, so you're constantly doing damage on her. But yeah, it'll be interesting. But let's look at the update for this week. Not a whole lot going on, but we'll go through it. So finish up your Changeling event. I only have a couple wins left on Blue Bucket that I'll finish before I go to bed. Then Tuesday we'll just have a 1-day material event. So if you want to get some coins and stuff, check that out. Then we have a Cyborg mission event on Wednesday, Thursday. And then Friday starts the weekend event, which is an Archangel Bradley event. Finish that for a 15% chance at a legend. Like you could have Grand Wizard Cardman and Osimo in the same deck. Yeah, for sure. They've definitely done that before. There's been Stan the Great and Sam options before, like for sure. There's been Randy where you could have 6 element Randy and I think it was Amazingly Randy. Definitely had that before. I don't think we've ever had double Cartmans, actually. That's probably pretty rare. Yeah, I don't think double Cartmans has ever happened. But yeah, double Stans has happened, double Butters has happened. We've run Paladin Butters and Choir Boy Butters before for the cheaper cost. We've definitely done that. Won't touch Manberry Pig? Yeah, I feel like there's enough to defend Manberry Pig where the problem is like if you just lead Manberry Pig and you don't have Slave or your tank, it might be hard to stop him from getting to your new kid and just fucking 3-barring you, right? But it is what it is. Event choices this week look kind of fun. Might run some City Walk guy. It could be fun. And it's a 80-point event total on the weekend, so not too bad. And it does start on Friday, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so pretty casual event this weekend. There is still a create a card contest going on. You can check the forum for more information about that. Let's go through the comments, which there probably aren't going to be too many. Hi, Toller. Glad to hear you. I hate this guy. I hate people who post the same thing over and over again as if like that's going to matter. Like if they're ignoring it the first time, it's because they don't have an answer for you. Or like at least try to reword it in a way where like maybe they will answer it. Like clearly this isn't working. Like that's literal insanity to think that that's going to work. spamming. Nobody like if I was a community manager and I saw some fucking dipshit post the same thing over and over again, even if it was a very good point, I would not fucking respond to it. 1000%, you can bet I'm not responding to that. Can we get an update on the adjustment to Dark Angel Red interacting with Pope Timmy, please? I'm not sure what he means. What do you mean an update? Does it work? Does it work, guys? I don't think it's worth it, because having Dark Angel Red in your deck with Pope, like when you're running a Pope deck, you really want to make it in a way where you're not gonna, you don't have the potential to fuck up the Pope. Like you don't even have an option. And when Dark Angel Red could accidentally get spawned on draw, you don't want to do that. So that could just fuck up your cycle. And what, you're gonna Pope Timmy something else back, and it's just not a great choice. All social avenues with red links are a one-way conversation. Well, that's not entirely true. Depends on who you are. Can you guys change the art for changing red? The dead man bear pig has 2 right hands. Really? Can we see? Hold on. 2 right hands. I think if we go to the last update, we should have a picture. No. Damn it. I thought there'd be a picture of changing. That's funny though, if he's got 2 right hands. Well, now I can't get back to the other one. Flight of the Concords. How long until you've collected the data indicating member berries are much of superhero decks are incredibly overpowered? I get you want to make money, but making players quit from your incapacity. Is that a right word? Incapacity to balance. Incapacity, is that a word? Incapacity, physical or mental inability to do something. Okay. I didn't think that was how you say that. I would say inability, but to provide balance is not the way to do it. Well, I mean, the card is fairly recent. So to expect him to just like know, but also like a card like that, you have to like figure out a way to change it. You can't just like, what are you going to do to it to change it? Like right off the bat, what would you do to it? Nothing that I can think to do to it really fixes the problems with it, which is just like, you're just generating energy out of nowhere, which is potentially just incredibly valuable, right? So, what's up, Magic Mike? Welcome back. So, I mean, kind of like with Jimbo, they like, it took them a while to fix Jimbo, and it was like a kind of outside left field change that they made, you know, like put a timer on it. I never thought to do that. I never thought put a timer on it. I thought, you know, lower his health for sure, which they did do. I thought lower the stack overall. I thought that would be fine. But yeah, they totally changed it. So sometimes they're thinking about that, you know, it's not just like, you know, let's balance it or whatever. It's like, how are we going to balance it? What are we going to do? Like Robin Tweak, they fully reworked that card. How are we going to change member berries to still have the flavor of what we want it to be, but not be super broken? Maybe only break into 2, maybe only ever break into 1, but make it 4 cost, you know, something like that. I think they definitely need, I think Toolshed should be able to if he's in the full AoE, he should be able to turn it off. Or what they should do is, when you play it out, it should be a little area. It should be a tiny little area. And as it goes, that those member berries should like, just kind of like the member berries actually do, they should like increase in size slowly. Not to increase the whole area of it, but like it should get at least like this big on screen, so that it's easier to potentially step on them. Because right now, I'll run 2 fucking hamsters right over that fucking card and it won't trigger. Like, it's bullshit. And yes, hamsters does trigger it. They just don't trigger the damage. Why everybody bitches about everything? Counter member berries by just not playing anything. Well, no, but that's like, you can't, that's dumb. Like, no offense, but that's stupid. That's like saying counter Satan by just never playing a card. You don't know that they have that card. Like this weekend, sure, you know that they probably had member berries, so you could play in a way where like, oh yeah, I know that I have to deal. But if somebody surprises you with member berries and you already have 5 units on their side and they have Zen out or Grand Wizard Cartman out or something like that, something that's you're never going to be able to get through in time, and you are absolutely it's absolutely, there's nothing you can do to stop it. That's potential. And if you play it well, that potential is incredibly strong right now. So you can't just say, oh, don't play a card, because you don't know that you could run into that. And that value, that type of value, that's game over. Like if they fucking spawn Pope, Man Bear Pig, or if they spawn Man Bear Pig, they spawn Pope brings in Maxi, they bring in Call Girl brings in Coon, or some bonkers shit like that, and it happens like on your side of the field, you're fucked. Like that's 3 bars, game over. Like you're not coming back from that. You're not gonna think, oh, next time he plays Member Berries, I'm not gonna play a card, because the game's already over. And that's just like that's not fun for the person playing against that, right? That's not a good interaction. So I'd say break into 2 maybe only. Seems fair. Maybe change how it spawns. Maybe make it spawn the cheapest card or something like that. Kind of a la Call Girl or a la Pope. Need to step on the Member Bears. I believe they shouldn't do damage. Yeah, but you can't step on them if they play it well. If the Member Bears are played well, it's impossible to stop them. Literally. Because you play them when you have max energy. You play them when you have when you have fucking gnomes that you can play in front of it. You can play hamsters in front of it. So if I play something to try to get to it, I can just stop them in front of it and it won't happen. And then I just fed it spawns, right? So it's tough. Potentially it could be terrible, right? Potentially it could get no value, 1000%. But you have to be able to somehow counter it after the fact. Because like in certain situations, once they play it, it's all said and done. I can't do anything. There's no card. There should be like a shutdown card or something like that, where like you shut down buildings. Like maybe it'll turn staff off for 30 seconds. Maybe it'll turn Coop off. Maybe it will make the tower not the castle tower. Maybe it'll make that not spawn its thing. Maybe it'll shut down traps. You know, stuff like that. Toolshed can kill it, but you have to get so close to it that you're likely to accidentally step on the fucking thing. Or what'll happen is Toolshed will get close enough to use it. They'll play a unit on your Toolshed, push them away, and then it won't actually go through. It's a very rare situation that you have a swarm going and you can't reach it before it triggers. You don't have to have a swarm. You have to have 3 units, dude. You have your tank and a fighter and 1 range. Very very classic situation at their doorstep against their tank. Maybe it's Slave, gonna take forever to break them, and they put Member Berries behind you. None of your units are gonna die. None of those 3 units are going to die. There's nothing you can do. And if you try to play units into it, I can just play units in front of you. Or you're just not going to get there in time, because it should be longer maybe. What is it now? 13 seconds? And the fact that you can play it on like a group of rats and you get 3 fucking spawns, that's broken. Like that's broken. And they definitely didn't fix that, because I've seen it spawn onto I've seen it spawn onto 1 card and trigger 3 fucking spawns. 15 seconds? I think that's right. Yeah. 13. I don't know why I think 13, but 15 might be right. I swear it triggers early though. Like that, the reticle definitely is not right. It triggers when there's still like this much left on the circle. So that's fucked me a few times too, where I had my unit right there about to step on it. There's still time on the clock and it triggers. Like the card is just stupid. It's just like the concept is just stupid. Generating energy like that is just fucking stupid. I don't care if you can counter it potentially. I don't fucking care. Pope is dumb as shit. Call Girl, dumb as shit. To an extent, staff, dumb as shit. Anything where you can generate energy in a game where you only get fucking 80 total is just such bullshit. Because if you don't have that and you go up against it, it's almost impossible. If you're equal skilled, equal leveled player, it's almost impossible to make up that value unless you get good value from something like a DSR, Satan, Cock Magic, Leanne, something, removal, something like that. Fireball, like you play Fireball, guys. People play into Fireball constantly. They'll play Randy into Bebe. Like, people just completely forget about Fireball. I've played Fireball on Moody sometimes, and it's just so stupid the amount of value you get because people just do not think about that fucking card. I wish you could bolt it. Yeah, exactly. Damage should damage it. Like, if I use Many Moon's Blast, why would it not damage the fucking trap? Why would that not clear out Chomper? Like, it's a fucking fire blast. It's a nuclear blast, basically. It's Fallout. Like why would you not? Why would that not be a thing? Or at least spells. Like, at least Fireball AoE. Let me Fireball it. How would it not blow up if I threw a Fireball at it? Arrow Storm could clear. Just stuff like there's so little. The only thing that deals with it is fucking Toolshed. And he's in the one theme that has him. Yeah, it's definitely not meta. Definitely not meta. But now it is more because a lot of things got lowered health. Want Fireball traps? Yeah. Purify Lava. I would love Freeze Ray. If Freeze Ray would remove lava, that'd be interesting. New Kid Broken Phone damage destroys lava. Yeah, exactly. Why is that? Oh, but it doesn't bring the berries? I didn't know that. It definitely should break the berries. You guys have to do better. Players that have played this game for years, players that have made friends playing this game are leaving in record numbers because you continuously... No, they're leaving because the new Team Wars is better and they realize that they're a big sack of shit potatoes. They've been playing this game for 4 years and they've wasted their fucking life because they're terrible at it. And they're finally coming to that realization. Good for them. Member Bears was honestly a display of negligence. I agree. Disrespect, I don't know about that. Negligence, I agree. It's clearly just too much value you can get from it. I like the idea of only splitting to 2 units. That feels a little bit more fair. But I feel like it should be like, it's gonna pull, like, it won't pull the highest card and it won't pull the lowest card. Like, it's gonna like pull the in the middle card or something like that. Because like being able, like, every time I fucking hit Member Berries, it pulls Manbear Pig. It's like, that can't possibly, it can't possibly be the only card in their deck. So like, it had to have been random that happened. Yeah, Team Wars is way better now. People leaving free to play for the same reason. Yeah, exactly. And I mean, it could be just burnout. Like, there hasn't been anything new in the game since fucking challenge mode came out. No, the last new thing, other than new cards, which I will admit, they do better than any other game. Any other game like this has nowhere near the amount of cards that this game has, and has nowhere near the amount of consistency in new cards. Like, I've been playing War Alliance since it came out, there's been 2 new cards. I've been playing Heroic since it came out, there's been 3 new cards. 4 new cards. I've been playing Champion Strike since it came out. 5 new cards, maybe. Yeah, does a very good job. But yeah, there's just no real, like, if you've been playing and you have your deck at like the level that you kind of want to get it at, like if you're free to play and you get your accounts to like level 6 rares, level 5 epics, level 4 legends, it's going to take you so long to get to that next step that like a lot of people can't handle that grind and they'll quit when they get to that point. Skullzil and as long as it's like, if there's nothing else to go for, they really should have left new kid level past 25 be cosmetic. 10k experience every level gives people reason to donate cards still, gives people reason to to level up their cards, and you could have just cosmetically who has the highest level, and you'd have people who are buying packs and leveling up cards and getting their account level just so that they have the highest total account level. Like guaranteed. You'd have people that did that. I don't want to keep reading that guy's message though. Only one of those hands belongs to Manbear Pig. Changeling red is turning into Manbear Pig, so one of those arms is hers. Oh, I see that. That makes sense. Symbolic new kid was such an obvious move. Yeah, I'm such a genius when it comes to shit like that. Yeah, give Quad more accounts. That's funny. Fully agreed. I've been playing this game from day number 1 and haven't even opened the game in over 2 weeks. The game has unfortunately run its course. I don't think it's necessarily negligence from the developers. I mean, the game's 4 years old. Like, you even being here now is a token to how well they've done. Like, do you guys remember Mana Strike? Remember Mana Strike? The fucking South Park Phone Destroyer killer? The Wizards of the Coast game that everybody, Fat Seb, what's his fucking name? Dude, what's the fucking leader of Casa Bonita's name? Grey God. Grey God was playing it. Murph was playing it. Murph was posting in the Facebook every fucking day. He's like, every comment, he's like, Mana Strike's the better game. Blah, 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 blah. And then I remember watching it. And I mean, it was a fairly well done game, like the gameplay and stuff like that. It had some cool elements, but it was just like, I remember Fat Seb telling me, he's like, oh yeah, I have a max account already. And I was like, one, no, you fucking don't. Like, no, you don't. Not possible. You've been playing 2 weeks. You have a max account. Impossible. Maybe you have like a competitive account, but like you don't have a max account. And then 2, I was like, well, maybe you do have a max account. And then I hope you didn't spend any fucking money, because if you do truly have a max account that quickly and being relatively free to play, that game is not going to fucking last very long. And lo and behold, I don't even think it was even a year, not even 2 years, the game got shut down. You have to have a good pay model, and South Park has a good pay model. And they have a good grinding model. They have a good competitive model. But I think one thing that they really fudged on and that they should have kept is the competitiveness of the ladder, in that the top 25 used to get exclusive outfits every month. And it really made people in the top play a lot more. And it made it matter more if you were at the top. And that was true for, you know, the top 250, top 500, whatever. And I do like it now how they changed it to like more people can potentially get the rewards. But I think they should have left that top tier 25. They get the same exact pack as, you know, the rest of them in 250 or whatever it is. They get the same pack. Or, you know, everybody who got 8,500, right? They get the same pack as everybody who got to 8,500, but they get an exclusive outfit for that season. And you know, it doesn't have to be a new it doesn't have to be a new thing every season, because it could potentially be different people every season, right? Well, no, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't have to be the same. They could have just not released all the ones they'd already had. They could just have 50, like not even 50. They could have 22 outfits, and there's 12 months in a fucking year. Like, if they cycle the same ones over and over again, doesn't matter. Like, the people that already have it can't really complain, and the people that don't have it are going to be the ones trying to fight to get it. So that still works. 1 in 1,000 get the same pack? Yeah, roughly. How long it took you to reach level 25? Well, I will say, on one of my accounts, I just now reached 25 on Moody Buckethead, which is my mostly free to play, don't really play it unless I'm streaming account. That one just got to level 25. So if you're playing super casually, it could take you 3 years. If you're playing consistently, getting locker limit a lot, donating a bunch, 1.5 years, 2 years, kind of depends. Less elo, less 2 seasons. Yeah, because people realize that deranking affects your team wars, and now they don't rank up. Maybe time to expand their new kid levels and pass level 7. No, that's fucking dumb, man. Like, are you serious? Nobody has enough cards to upgrade anything to level 8 yet. Nobody. Not a single fucking person. Because if it's 3,000 commons to level 7 and it was 1,000 before that, it's not going to be 4,000, it's not going to be 5,000, it's going to be potentially 9,000, possibly even 12,000 commons to get it to level 8. There are maybe 5 people in the game that have 12,000 commons. And you're talking about rares, that was 1,500 rares to get to level 7. You're talking 4,500 rares to get to level 8. Nobody is anywhere fucking near that. And anything you do to New Kid impacts the balance of the game incredibly. New Kid damage and level is a big part of the balance in the game. So I don't think they should ever touch that. I don't think they should ever increase the level of cards. What they should do is they should add another layer of leveling up. So whether it's your New Kid can get like a badge or something like that they can level up that gives them like some slight increase. Like World War II does this, where your commander skin gives you certain things. Like one commander skin, your units have 2% extra damage when they're on the enemy side of the field. One commander skin, your units will explode for 10% of their max health after they die. Like there's just like tiny little things that you can get. One of them, it increases your maximum energy to like 14 instead of 10, so that you could potentially pull off bigger combos. So you could do little stuff like that. And I was hoping that's what the New Kid Tower would be, where you could have the tower and then maybe they introduce another element of upgrade materials, maybe something that you only get from events, or you only get from Team Wars, or you only get from end of season or something like that, and you use that to upgrade your tower, and your tower can be like, 5% increase on your zap damage, or maybe your zap damage does more damage, but it's a decreased range, or maybe you have a less damage but it's a higher range, or maybe you have increased energy gain, but you have like slightly increased energy gain, but you only have 9 max energy. You just have like certain little things that you could do that could be something that would be like a reason for me to play an event, to get to the end and grind some, eternity gems, something like that. Or you do something like equipment, like a game that I played, Marvel Puzzle Quest. Their max level was 255. Instead of increasing the max level to 255, they created support cards, where each card that you have can add a support card to it, and then that support card can be leveled up, and that support card gives bonuses to stats, or gives unique skills, or whatever it might be. So that same thing could happen for South Park. You could add a water gun to Marine Craig's inventory, and it increases his range by 1. Or it increases his damage by 5%, or it increases his ability damage by 3%, or something like that. Like not damage that really matters, but like the same type of stuff that would be like the difference between like level 6 and 7 common, like that type of difference, like just enough to give you an edge over somebody that doesn't have it, so that like if you're sitting against a level, like potentially level 7 deck versus level 7 deck someday, this guy's going to have a slight edge because he's got a little bit better equipment. And that's what you do in these games to keep people playing, because you want to play to get that slight edge over somebody, so that like maybe you don't have to play as well to beat them, or like maybe you just, that the only way you can win is with that slight edge, because otherwise you're just going to be a draw every time or something like that, Yeah, exactly. That would probably be how you do it. You'd have like a certain set of support cards for tanks, for range cards, for whatever, and maybe you could only have a certain amount equipped, so you had to kind of pick and choose. You couldn't have the same one attached. So if you had one that was like 5% increased damage flat out, you couldn't just give that to every single one of your cards and just have 5% more damage on everything. You couldn't do that, right? So I feel like there's a lot of potential for that, and that's where you can really soak up the microtransactions too, because you can make these things like, for instance, War Alliance just added hero gems. So War Alliance has heroes that you can run around and you actually like move it, kind of like Champion Strike. So it's just like South Park, except you could imagine New Kid moving around, right? And but each one attacks differently. You know, one's slower, one's faster, one's attack spreads, one got, you know, all sorts of different things. You know, one attack slows, etc., etc. And that's a big update though. Yeah, but like, that's a big update that would generate them so much revenue. That would be so worth it. And it would increase the longevity of the game by years. By years, it would increase the longevity of the game. But so when you're looking at War Alliance, you used to be able to buy these champions with coins, which was like the main thing. It was coins and gems. You know, most games have coins and gems. You use coins to buy stuff from the shop, upgrade your cards, buy cards, whatever, but it's all with coins. So you have to choose, do I upgrade my cards? Do I buy more cards? And then gems can do the same thing. Gems can buy stuff or whatever. But now they changed it where instead of gems, or instead of coins to buy heroes, you need hero tokens to buy heroes. And with those hero tokens, you can also buy hero skins now. So now you have dope hero skins where one of the guys' names is John Bow, and he shoots a bow and arrow. And one of his skins, he looks like John Wick, so his name's Bowick. It's a dope one. He's wearing a suit, he's got long hair, it looks dope, right? But it takes 150 of these hero things, and you can buy 150 of them for $20, or you can get 150 of them 5 per week from your team stuff. 5 per week. Even the highest teams in the game only get 5 per week. And then you get some from the battle pass, right? Like, that's how you increase the longevity of the game and get people to keep playing. Like, if you imagine the difference between level 6 and 7, what the fuck would the difference between 7 and 8 be? You can't make it big. So, like, it would be so not worth it that it's just, like, it'd be such a waste. Like, if they opened up levels 8 and it's like, oh, you got to get 12,000 commons, do you know how many people would quit? More people would quit than people would want to try to get that, because they're sitting like, oh shit, like I have 5,000 extra commons, oh no, I've got 2,000 extra commons, oh boy. And then they realize that they need 12,000. It's like, oh well, fuck this, it took me 3 years to get to where I am now, and now I have to get, because if you look at how they do the cards, when you upgrade to the next level, it takes about as many cards as it took to get to that level, everything else added before it. That's definitely true for epics, or for legends, because when you look at legends, you need 64 to get to level 7. It's 32 plus 16 plus 8 plus 4 plus 2, which is pretty much 64 to get to level 6. So you're pretty much doubling. So if it took you 3 years to get level 6, it's going to take you 3 years to get to level 7. So if it took you 3 years to get to 3,000, it's going to take you another 3 years to get another 8,000, because you've gotten 8,000 up to that point. Because it was like, for commons, it's what, 50, 100, 500, 1,000, 3,000? And then rare levels 8s are what's going to be ridiculous. Like epics, you'd need what, 700 or something like that. Oh, I mean, 350 epics is still so fucking much. And when you just consider the fact that they keep pumping out new cards, they keep increasing the card pool, and you want to increase the level that those cards can get. No, man. Instead, what you should do is they should create a legacy shop where you take all these cards that you have level 7, you send them to this shop, it gets you points for the shop, and then the shop has cards that were released not in the last year, so you can catch up with those. So if you have a bunch of high level cards from new cards because you bought them up, like you got superheroes up the ass, you could use those superhero fodder and get some, blood elf babies or something like that. Yeah, getting the mats would be tough. Like my account, no big deal. Others' account, I don't know. Haven't opened. I don't care about that. When are you gonna fix Dar and Pope Timmy? It's ridiculous that my Timmy keeps summoning Dar for an automatic loss, while Dar can't revive Timmy at all. I thought he could. Either they should both be allowed to revive summon each other, or they shouldn't be allowed to revive summon each other. Why would you not be able to Pope Dar? Like, why would you not be able to do that? Like, the only way I would say open up level 8 is if the whole time that they had tiered rewards for your, like, events. Like, if you got way more rewards for being, 8,500 from events, and instead of getting 10 commons, you get 50 commons. Like, you're getting a lot, and then like that plateau isn't going to be so plateaued, then, you know, whatever. Like Nano Legends kind of does that, where you need a fuck ton of cards in order to get upgrades, but you technically in that game, you never stop getting rewards. It's not like other games where you have to open chests and wait hours, or it's not like South Park where, you know, your lockers eventually run out, your PvP packs, you know, you'd have to reset. Eventually, when you're playing South Park, it gets to a point where you will not gain anything from winning. You won't get lockers, you won't get anything. But with Nano Legends, there is no, like, you spend health to fight, but if you watch an ad, you get 3 health. So like, and you can do, like, I have 500 health right now, you know, like, and I play the game a decent amount, so like, it's not hard to just amass health, but you can every time you win, you get rewards, like, and it's like, we're talking like 100 to 200 commons every win. But to get the next level, I need 3,000. And then the level after that, it's 3,500. And then the next level, it's 4,000. Then the next level, it's 4,500. And you can go up to level 20. So it's a kind of different way to upgrade than South Park. But it's kind of like, it makes you really feel like you're making huge progress constantly. But then like every upgrade is just a flat like 10% stat upgrade for every card. Every card gets a 10% stat upgrade every level. So you can kind of know, like, if that card's 2 levels above me, they have a 20% increase on me, kind of. They should allow you to reset events if you pay. That's interesting. That's interesting. Imagine if you had to pay to get the event. Or maybe there was 2 reward tracks. So Heroic does that, where every event, and they have an event every weekend and then one in the daytime, or in the weekday, or through the week. So they have like Capture the Flag, Colossus, stuff like that. And they have 2 tracks, and it's like a free track where the rewards are kind of shit, or you can pay 1,000 gems, which is like $10 roughly, and you get the victory track, which ends in a legendary card, or a legendary card and a mythic card for that. Mythic is above legend, or mythic you can only get from events, so it's like sort of higher than legend, but not really. And you get like literally, like, on one side it's 100 coins, on the other side it's 10,000 coins. Like, it's such a big difference. Like Chaos runs, kind of. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, very similar to that. Need to farm silver mats. Yeah, and they should have, like, with how many themes there are, with how many cards there are, one thing that Nano Legends lets you do is refresh your shop over and over. So I have 1,000,000 coins right now. Everything in the shop is 5,000 coins, and I can refresh the shop 5 times for free per day, or for 5 gems, or by watching an ad. And by refreshing the shop, I could just, you know, refresh over and over until I get the one card I want. Buy that one, refresh, buy that one. I could just, like, if I had enough time, if you're playing that game, if you have enough time, you can get a max account quickly just by how much you play, because you're not really running into a situation where you don't have to wait. Like all these other games, it's like, okay, I have 4 chests. They're all legend chests that take 24 hours to spawn. I'm stuck. Like, I literally have nothing I can do now, right? Or other games, it's like, you know, you get chests, or you get, you get victory points for wins, and then victory points opens a chest, or whatever it might be. Kind of like a PvP pack sort of thing. But yeah, interesting stuff. This week, pretty boring. Not too much going on. But we will be streaming tomorrow, so make sure you stop by. We'll be streaming South Park, and then we'll be playing the game Ring of Pain for the last time. This is the last time that we'll be playing Ring of Pain on stream, so if you want to check it out before we start switching to another game on Tuesday nights, make sure you stop by tomorrow. It's a roguelite, very similar to Slay the Spire, if you like that game. But we're gonna start trying to bust through more Steam games. And we will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks so much for stopping by. It's been a pleasure talking to you. We'll say goodbye to some. He's so cute with his little face. But I appreciate you guys hanging out for the update. This one went for 2 hours. So this is gonna be a long one to cut together. But check out my YouTube. We'll have the games up. So if you want to watch the games in full screen instead of over my shoulder like it was earlier. So if you want to watch the games, you know, with some good tunes over them and kind of study them a bit more, I guess, that's your opportunity. I'll have that video up tonight, so be up on YouTube. And then tomorrow morning, we'll have this video up on YouTube for anybody who missed any part of it. You can catch up, or if you want to kind of look over the deck choices and stuff like that. Thanks, Brandon. Appreciate you stopping by, man. Quad, thanks, buddy. We'll finish up blue. And yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow. This was a really fun stream. We had a lot of discussion, talked about a lot of stuff. 2 hours of chit chat. So it was good. It was good catching up with you guys. I feel like a couple of you guys I hadn't seen in a while, so good to see you guys. Peace out, everybody. I'm gonna raid you in to somebody, so stick around. But the YouTube video is over. If you stuck around this long on YouTube, you're a fucking saint. You're a saint. I appreciate you guys. Peace out. Peace out, everybody. Peace.